Projects for Microsoft Project Online. This Power BI-based package is designed to enable you to have core Project Online reporting in 15 minutes or less. Marquee was designed with the input from several PMO directors about their challenges, their struggles, and their pain points around project reporting. And what we did is we aggregated all this information and created this core package that allows you to quickly get your core reporting done fast and easy, but also give you a platform that you can easily extend to meet your own customized needs. And so what I'm going to do in this demo is take you through a tour of the dashboards that are available in Marquee, and then show you where others have basically extended the package. So what you see here is really the initial dashboard that many see. This is the executive view, the high-level view of everything that's going on within your portfolio. And we follow a 3-level structure. So we have a high-level proportional view. So if I wanted to look and see what all of my yellow projects were, I can just click that. So again, everything is interactive and clickable. If I wanted to see, where are we spending capital and what capital projects, I can click here. And again, this intermediate level is really usually customized by companies by their custom field information. So in this case, we had a portfolio custom field, so we can see, what's going on in this portfolio, and these are all the projects in that portfolio. So again, very easy to customize and see what's going on. But from a executive perspective, they can see and get this really high level look and show the key metrics that they need to manage their business. Now, another need that came up from the executive suite was what happens when we get something new in? And we really don't have a lot of information of how big is this breadbox. How do we estimate that? So we came up with this portfolio performance dashboard. And what this does, this mines the data that you already have in Project Online. And it looks both at active and historical closed out projects. And it comes up with some basic average numbers. So we look at average days of length, average cost, average work hours, and average number of resources per project. So again, for a breadbox estimate, those are really the key metrics that you need. And again, I can filter by the type of project. So if I'm looking at marketing campaigns or merger and acquisition, I can get even narrower and look at just those. Then at the bottom here, we have a 6-month lookout of how are we spending cost, work, and resources across the portfolio or for this specific type of project, so that I can get an idea of when can I actually start this work. Because it's usually the second question of, we got something new, how big do we think it's going to be, and then when can we start it? And so this gives you some idea of, boy, we're really starting to fall off here in June. Maybe if we can push it to June, that'd be a good time. This month is definitely not going to happen. So again, this is a very useful dashboard that you can use to do that sort of high-level estimation very quickly. Now, once a project is running, you need to have a view of your portfolio that's more of a transactional view. So we have this PMO view that gives you the ability to look at things like total work by PM, unassigned work, so this is bad, so we have tasks that don't have anybody doing them. If we have local resource work, that means somebody's not using the enterprise resource pool. Issues, boy, this one's got a lot of issues, maybe we need to keep an eye on it. So again, it gives you that ability to really hone in on what's going on within the portfolio. And then at the bottom here, we have the individual roll-ups. So again, if I wanted to see the yellow projects, I click there, I can see what's going on. And then if I click this link here, it would actually take me out to PWA because that's the natural next step. And this is where we allow you to embed Marquee in your day-to-day workflow. Now, we're finding a lot of PMs are spending an inordinate amount of time pulling together data for their stakeholders and in the form of a status report. In fact, many organizations, each PM may spend 4 to 5 hours a week, which is just an incredible amount of time to be spent on this. So we've automated your status report with this dashboard. And so basically you can come up here, select your project that you want, and then it'll pull in all the information out of Project Online for you automatically. And then you can either use it as is, you can print it, or you can export it to PowerPoint. All of this is built into Power BI. We've also given you this special view at the bottom because many project delays are due to resource capacity constraints, that this looks at the assigned team for the project, and if anyone turns red here, we know they're overbooked and we're going to have a problem at that time frame. So it's imperative that we have the discussion as early as possible. So again, this shortens the amount of time that PM spend pulling together this information for their stakeholders. Now, we also found that there was a lot of effort being spent pulling together information for the weekly team meetings. And so we created the team board. And the team board allows the PM to drill into their project here at the top, and then they can see this overall look at their projects. So they can get this basic scoreboard of overdue tasks, upcoming active issues, and completed tasks. They get the details here at the bottom that they can drill into. And again, there's links next to these. They can go directly to the issue and make updates in real time. And then they get the overall burn down of how are they tracking against their baselines. So again, this is all of the stuff that we need to enable that conversation with the team to get the work done. As these resource constraints come up, though, we need to have a way to visualize it, and that's where we go to the overall workload dashboard. And what this does, this gives you a couple of different views all at once. So over here we have the pick list, if you will, or the punch list of everyone who's ever allocated across the board in the portfolio. So if I wanted to see what was going on with this tester, I can simply click their name, and it filters everything automatically. And we use the bank account metaphor for this visual at the bottom here, where every month they're given an allocation of hours, so 184 hours for the month of March, and we deduct the amount of commitments they have. So each of the projects, be it an assignment or an engagement, we do this automatically. And then over here, we give you a roll-up of availability by that role or by the team that they're on. So you can see in both cases, the role and the team are actually overbooked and work will need to move out. And again, this helps you find where you've got problems. Now, in order to solve the problem, we need to see not only the commitment, but we need to see what the actual tasks are that they're working on at the same time. And so if we come here, we have the workload by team and person view. And what this does, this gives me kind of the same type of view where I can scroll down, or I can actually select up here if I wanted to and see exactly what they're working on. But in this case, I'm just going to scroll down and I can see that, here's all of the projects they're working on. So let's see the tasks they're working on. So I'm going to go ahead and click their name. And you'll see at the bottom here, it filters and shows me all of the various tasks that they're working on, color-coded by the projects that they're on, so I can see what's going on. And then maybe get a sense of maybe they don't need to be on a specific project, or if there's too much work on a project, then maybe we have work that we can move out. And that's a discussion that can go on between the PM and the resource manager. Now, the other piece of Project Online is that most people are doing time tracking. And one of the first questions that comes up after the first week of time tracking is, who didn't submit a timesheet? Very common problem. And it's especially important if you're using time tracking for internal chargeback or for external billing. And so we've given you this dashboard that gives you a quick look and so that you can see immediately who has or hasn't created a timesheet. And again, this is all interactive. So if I want to see who's actually gone all the way through the process, I simply click the status and I can see Alex and Lydia here have submitted their time and it's all been approved. Everything's good. And then we can also see things like a roll-up of admin time. So if you're using it for sick and vacation tracking, we can see based on which timesheet periods are selected what the breakdown of submitted time looks like. And then we need to keep track of where we stand right now with missing time. So the current week here, we're missing 312 hours so far for the week. So we need to get those in if we're going to use this for billings. This will become very important at the end of the month, where finance may need to take this information and feed it into their system. And then we can see this time phase view where we see how are we trending, and we're getting better, but we're still not zero. And so it helps you figure out, where are we having issues over and over again. And then of course we need our action item list of missing timesheets. So I know who has a missing timesheet plus who is their manager, at least their timesheet manager, to go talk to about this. Now the other aspect of time tracking is really finding out who is off and when are they off. And so we've also got this time off report, this dashboard, that shows you when people have taken off. Now at the bottom here, we automatically show you everything that's been approved and the number of hours and the type of task. We give you a roll-up synopsis of the number of hours in each category, and then we provide this calendar heat map here at the top so that you can see when during the year people are off. So if you have a project that's going on, May through July, and there's a lot of people who have taken off during that time, then you can see that, and you can also filter down to the individual person. So again, Marquee is really designed to enable these core conversations very quickly, immediately after install. Now, that said, it's very easy to extend this because of the underlying data models. We have all of your custom field information brought into the models automatically, and you can take all of this and very easily customize it with basic Power BI skills. If you have any questions, please contact us at sales@tumbleroad.com. Thank you.